Japan and South Korea say North Korea has launched a missile off the east coast of the Korean peninsula. Japan's government temporarily sounded air sirens in Hokkaido, expecting the missile to land near the island. The country's land ministry warned planes flying in Japan's airspace about the missile. South Korea's Coast Guard says it could be a ballistic missile.
Taiwan says China is planning to close airspace north of the island later this week. The half-hour restriction is shorter than the 3 days Beijing originally proposed after Taipei protested. Taiwan says China has notified it that a no-fly zone will be imposed on the morning of April 16th because of falling objects from a satellite launch vehicle. Tensions in the region are running high following a controversial trip to the US by Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen. Beijing claims the island as Chinese territory, which Taiwan strongly rejects.
This grainy mobile phone footage, too graphic to air, shows the moment a man in military uniform appears to be decapitated. The victim, lying down and wearing a yellow armband, a symbol for identifying Ukrainian soldiers, is beheaded by a man with a large knife wearing a white band around his leg, a means of identification for Russian soldiers. The clip began circulating on social media, but it remains unclear when the footage was filmed. President Zelensky has condemned the act and called on the international community to follow suit. The footage has been refuted by the Russian government, and investigations into the source of the video is ongoing.
Leaked US military intelligence documents suggest that special forces from NATO countries have been operating in Ukraine. According to the papers, US officials estimate that there were more than 90 special forces personnel from NATO states in Ukraine, without specifying their activities or locations. The leaked intelligence also claims Serbia, the only country in Europe that's refused to sanction Russia over the war, has agreed to supply arms to Kyiv.
"163 members of Russia's upper house agreed to pass a law making it easier for men to be enlisted into the military. The Kremlin says it will end chaos during periods of recruitment, like some reported recently at facilities like this. People have to report here after receiving a notice from the Defense Ministry. Russian men between the ages of 18 and 27 are obliged to serve a year in the military. Under the new law, which needs to be signed by President Vladimir Putin, a new federal digital database will expedite the process, and those in it will not be allowed to leave the country. Men will have 20 days to report to their local enlistment offices in their region. If they don't, there will be severe penalties.
Myanmar's military has carried out an airstrike that's killed between 50 to 100 people, including children. The airstrike in the northwest Sagaing region was on a rebel stronghold as people gathered to mark the opening of an office connected to junta opponents. It's one of the deadliest airstrikes carried out by the Myanmar military since taking power in a coup in February 2021.
They call it shoulder to shoulder, and in a tense time for Asia, US and Filipino troops want to show these exercises are routine. More than 12,000 American troops, along with around 100 Australian forces, are flying into the Philippines in a dramatic scaling up of annual drills. Live fire drills will be part of the 2-week exercise, including targeting enemy warships at sea. For the Philippines, this is about shoring up support for its claims in the South China Sea as China's presence grows. For Australia, the priority is to maintain peace in the area, where most of its trade passes through.